Hello and welcome back to Have You Seen That Film? I'm your host Dylan Lloyd and happy to be talking to you today. Today's film of discussion is You Again, starring Kristen Bell, Sigourney Weaver, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Odette Annable. On the eve of the weekend of her brother's wedding, Kristen Bell discovers that her brother's fiancée, soon to be her sister-in-law, is actually her old high school bully, played by Odette Annable. And so coming home, she is ready to talk about what's happened with her bully and to let bygones be bygones, but lo and behold, Odette acts like they've never met before and pretends that they never met in high school and nothing has ever happened between the two of them, which does not sit well with Kristen Bell. Pretty soon, Kristen Bell's mother, Jamie Lee Curtis, is telling her to just, move on with the past. Everything's going to be great. Everybody loves her, which makes Kristen Bell a little upset. And then Odette's aunt arrives, played by Sigourney Weaver. And it is Jamie Lee Curtis's old best friend, now turned enemy. So this is supposed to be uniting of family weekends is actually going to be turning into a disaster as people are airing out old feelings and trying to sabotage one another and one-up each other in the movie You Again. You Again, it is a very fun movie. It's very lighthearted, and I laughed a lot throughout it. And what really helps this movie, what's really the highlight of this movie for me, is our four main actresses. Kristen Bell, Jamie Lee Curtis, Sigourney Weaver, and Odette Annable. All four of them really do shine in this movie. They really all have their moments. They make you laugh. They make you angry. They make you anxious, nervous. They all really help propel the story forward and help you to stay engaged as a viewer, because again, they are the highlight. The chemistry between them, their awkward moment, it really does help this movie to thrive and be more memorable than it could have been. And there's one scene in particular that goes along with this that has to be mentioned, and that's the dance scene. My wife and I found ourselves laughing a lot throughout this scene. They're preparing for the wedding dance, and everyone's there, and they're getting dance lessons by Kristen Chenoweth. And, the moments of competition pull out as the four leads are trying to one-up each other and they're dancing, and it's just disastrous, and so it leads to a lot of laughter, and especially in that scene, I'm going to say Jamie Lee Curtis is the highlight. She goes all out, and you gotta love her. The plot of the movie is a little ridiculous if you think about it. Kristen Bell's character, as she's flying home for the weekend, that's when she discovers that it's her old high school bully who is marrying her brother. And I don't know, someone who bullied you, I'd get you want to try and forget him, but I don't think you would forget what they looked like. And the fact that she's never seen she's just barely realizing who she is. She didn't see a picture. She didn't, I don't know. It seemed almost a little ridiculous. I feel like there's certain people, I can see a picture of them and I may not, remember their names from high school, but I'm like, oh yeah, I went to high school with them. But somebody who bullied you in high school, you remember that, So I felt like that aspect of it was a little ridiculous, not so believable. And as well, it is predictable. There were a few moments where somebody said something and I turned and said to my wife, or in my head I was like, oh, that's going to come back in the end, or that, oh, now this is going to happen in the end because they just said that. You know, it was kind of why is this being said right now? It's foreshadowing what's to come. So, you know, it's predictable, a little ridiculous, but again, due to the cast in particular, our four main leads, it's a must watch. It's a fun movie just to laugh and enjoy. You don't have to, you might stress a little bit during the movie because there are some scenes just with what they think is appropriate and going to be okay. You're just like, why are you doing that? But, you know, it's an enjoyable little film. So you haven't seen it already, check it out. You again, it's got a lot. It's got a pretty big cast. And some pretty fun cameos. Dwayne Johnson makes a cameo in the movie, and Hall & Oates make a cameo in the movie. Betty White plays the grandmother, for all you Betty White fans out there. It's one that, you know, it's got a little bit of something for everybody, or there's got to be somebody in this movie that somebody in your family likes. So go ahead, give it a watch. Let me know what your thoughts are. Again, I think there are some really great things about this movie, but I also point out, you know, there's some ridiculous things about it. But overall, it's enjoyable. So thanks for watching this today. I hope that you found this video enlightening to your film knowledge. And if you haven't already, subscribe. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. As well, if you haven't seen this movie, or if you have and you have an opinion, comment. I love getting comments, so please comment down below. And if you haven't, watch it, then comment. That makes more sense. But that's a wrap. Check you later.